My name's Stacy Curtis, and I live in Elkhart, Indiana, and worked for Con Selmer.
I'm Steve Curtis. I live in Elkhart, Indiana, and I work at Con Selmer for 28 years.
Stacy, you're from Local
364 in Elkhart, Indiana.
You're part of the UAW.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like you to tell your story about, or at least let the people know what happened to you, and do as well as you can, because you've been on the line for 3 years and longer. Go ahead.
Right. We started, as you said, 3 years ago. We went on strike. The day before we went on strike, we received a letter from the president of the company, basically a threat letter. Take what we offer, or we're taking your job to China. Okay. Which infuriated the membership, obviously.
Sure.
I was told, well, we'll back up a minute. I was told 6 months before the strike by a company person that to get prepared because you will be on strike at the end of your contract. Then? This was planned. This was totally planned.
Were there a lot of grievances and things in that plant?
Yes, we had 75 grievances sitting there, and 29 of those were in the fourth step. We could not get the rep, Larry Foster, to come to our plant to handle these grievances.
So you're saying that the UAW leadership, or the district leaders, there's the head of that division now is Mo Davison. What can you tell us about Mo Davison? Was he acting at that time, or was it Terry Thurman?
We started out, the first 3 months of our strike was with Terry Thurman. And then after that, Mo stepped in. Okay. Mo Davison came to our town one time in 2006 and was there for 25 minutes.
So you're saying, or at least alluding to the fact that the leadership was never there to help you.
Never.
Would that be correct?
That's correct. Totally correct.
Okay.
They weren't protecting us when we were working, and they did less when we were on strike.
Did you pay 2 hours of union dues each month?
Oh, yes.
How many years were you there?
20 years. And I was low. I'm lowest on the seniority list.
Okay, then tell us a little bit about what happened when the strike occurred. What was your feeling about the strike, and did you heed the words that you heard 6 months earlier, that you probably would not, you might be on strike, or there might be a problem within that plant?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we seen it coming. We knew when we couldn't get Mr. Foster to come to the plant to take care of grievances that we were in trouble when the contract was about to expire. We knew that we'd be on strike, and then got confirmation from the company that a friend in the company that we would definitely be on strike.
I was shocked at who owns your plant, David Messina. What did you know about Dana? What did you know about him before you went on strike?
Not a lot, really. Okay. He is younger than I am. He's a young gentleman. He lived out of state. He does not see the day-to-day workings of the company.
Okay.
He put in place one of his men, we'll say. Mm-hmm. John Stoner was the president of the company, which the two companies prior that he was president of both closed.
What would you make if you and Steve could make a comment about your thought about the UAW leadership and what they did to you?
That they weren't there.
No, that they were not there at all. I believe that the UAW is a business.
Would it be fair to say there'd be a company union in your eyes today?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Most definitely.
What do you think about your union officials?
Not a lot. I think that they're rich. I think that they, through our strike, I think they were in bed with the company. I think this was all a plan. They instated a plan, and they followed through with the plan. As long as you are there working, paying them dues each month, they're fine. But the minute that the shoe's on the other foot and they need to help you, they tuck their tail and run. At one point, they had come into the facility, and another local was in need, so they requested from us to pay more dues to help out another local. And of course, at that time, it was a little tighter, and we agreed with no problem at all that we would do so. Then they stated they would bring the dues back down in price, and that never happened. Our dues always stayed at the same amount.
Yeah, it stayed at the 2 hours.
But you as UAW workers paid into a joint strike fund, didn't you? And wasn't there money paid into funds for education and training? Did you receive any of those, or when you were on strike, was there any financial benefits that were paid to you from the UAW?
No.
Just strike assistance and insurance.
And they let it be known every day that we should be grateful for what they did for us. I had said over and over again to Pat Clark numerous times that, you know, why aren't you helping us? Why are we here? And her response would be, if you knew how much money we've paid you people's insurance and your weekly payments, we've paid you back 3 times over in this 3-year strike.
Basically, we need to get the word out as to what the problems are and how we see it, and just to help the next person along the line so that they don't fall through the same perils that we do.
I spent half my life working for the UAW. I sit on a strike line for 3 years carrying a sign for the UAW. It didn't say support Stacy. It said support the UAW.
Right, that's well said.
And now here I am with nothing. And I just don't understand. I don't understand. I've made phone calls. I've called Mo Davison. I've tried to call Solidarity House.
You even wrote letters to Solidarity House, as did we.
Yes.
Our agency laws did write on your behalf.
Oh, yes.
And we wrote about Larry Foster. A few days later, they replaced him with Patty. And what was she like?
Basically, she's a closer. I mean, she's a plant closer. I didn't know it at the time, but later I had talked to Mr. Robinson in Kentucky,
right,
and found out that that's where she was. And same thing happened to them. We lived the same thing just a few years down the line.
Watch your back.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's nobody that's going to watch it for you.
The union claims to be a family. Everybody's brother, this, sister, that. You know, that's the furthest from the truth that there is.
I see.
It's not true. You don't treat family the way the UAW has treated our membership. I know. We don't know where to turn at this point. We got no severance package. We got nothing. We got, you are no longer a union member. Goodbye.
Go ahead.
You know, through this strike, what we've come to understand about the UAW is that they're more concerned of taking care of their international reps and the international, how I would say, white-collar part of the international union, and not the workers themselves. It's more of a business. They treated us as a business decision, where by members, an amount of money that was coming in, it was easier not to deal with us and to let us go toward decertification.
Well, one of the problems is that when you, as our local, we put people into place through vote to speak for us on a committee. Now, when you go to meet with a negotiation and you have your international rep going behind closed doors, talking to the company and leaving your committee out in the hallway, I see a problem with that. It's back to the good old boy club. I mean, if you're not in their realm or what they want you to do, then they're done with you. They're done with you. They'll drop you.
They canceled the retirees' life insurance, which was guaranteed to those people from the company when they retired. And they had to sue them to get it back.
And most of them were 40-year seniority people. 30 to 40 years seniority. And some more, over 40.
Okay, let's